Hi, welcome to day 22 of the journal series. Today I would like to talk about setbacks. What do I mean by setbacks? Have you ever experienced like a situation where you want to change something in your life, or you want to transform, or you're about to transform and making a development, and something ridiculous happened at the same time? Maybe you have experienced that. What I mean by setbacks is something that the universe, the way you feel that the universe is trying to test you, or something, a higher force that you cannot control, trying to test you, trying to throw things at you so that you can handle or learn to handle it. I think in the last 2 days I was experiencing that. I didn't expect that, honestly, because I've talked about this before I started this journey before, and I talked this with my coach, and he told me that something is going to happen with you while you're growing, transforming, and changing, and expect things that will come your way from the universe. It's kind of like the universe will try to test you and to derail you from your way. And this is what I mean by setbacks. It could be your family, it could be your health, it could be someone you lost. You might lost someone, you may experience a breakup, you're going through a divorce or something. Something happens simultaneously, like in the same time, why you are changing, why you are transforming. And I think this thing happened to me in the last 2 days because I felt like I was so in the flow, and I was doing everything, giving all my energy to my work and all my energy to my business. And suddenly a message came my way, not directly to me, but I kind of like get that and grab that from someone who was talking about it, or yeah, let me know about this thing that happened in my family. And the moment I get that feeling, I couldn't really distance or create a distance between me and the situation. Even though I know, I told myself this is something I cannot change, something it's not even my problem, and somehow it hurts me to know that something has happened within my family. And it kind of like throwing me back. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like all the energy is gone, and you're trying to find to go and search for this energy, but it's not there anymore. The energy, the flow that you had, and the mindset that you have is like completely gone, and you're not even having the mood to brush your teeth, not having in the mood to even do a short video, to even share something. And that for me was actually like a sign, okay, you're not strong enough as you think you are. And to realize that it is not true, that I'm not strong enough to stand against it, is that I needed to kind of like feel into this feeling first, and I couldn't like help myself. I couldn't like really motivate it myself. I felt like I was in a hole and I couldn't get out of it. And there was a moment that where life gets in the way. And that's the moment where I have to think of my coach. He was telling me that at the beginning, that when I try to transform, I trying to change, something is going to happen to me. The universe will test us if we're strong enough to handle everything. And now it's here, now it's there, and I'm feeling overwhelmed. I feel kind of like my energy is gone, and I like angry at everyone, that not that they are can do so, that not that they are doing something to me, but kind of like, why can it not like run in a way that I want it to be, right? I expect it to be. And I think that is where we all have to deal with it. That when we're trying to build something, we're trying to grow, we're growing, we're transforming, something will always get into the way, and we have to be prepared for it. And the reason why I also want to talk about it today is that I want to give you some tips that I have learned in the last 2 days, and that is how to get out of this mood, how to get out of this situation, and be resourceful again, and gain your energy back. And that is actually not easy, but simple. Really, really simple strategy that is, I think if you really understand and really not just listen to it, but trying to feel it, then maybe you will get it. And the key for me is that what I've learned is to come back to myself again and focus on things that I can control. I think this is the first step to come back to myself and thinking about, what do I have now and what can I control? And the second step for me was to be grateful for what I have, to be grateful for everything, and accept that everything that I have, it can be material things, it can be people in my life, family. I'm grateful for who they are and accept them for who they are, and not trying to change anyone, not trying to change or to expect people to be like I want them to be. Life is never perfect, and I have to accept that my parents, they're not perfect. They're just human as like I am. And how could I like expect something that I could not even like do it myself, right? And for me, that was the moment where I realized, okay, now I kind of like find myself again. And now that the family is kind of like, I checked it, it's done, right? I kind of like understand it and checked it, and I talked about it, and it felt good to talk about it. But there was another thing that was kind of like still getting on my nerves, actually, and that is my health. Like, I noticed in the last week that my health is kind of like declining. It's like getting worse, and I don't know where it come from. And I am like a person that I want to be not perfect, but I give 100% to everything I do. And I think when I give more than 100%, I'm going the extra mile. The results must be something that is worth doing it, right? And I must see something now. And what I don't realize is that I get into the old Gigi that is kind of like expect something again from everything, and not concentrating on myself, and I get into my old self in every way again. And I have to like realize, okay, this is not the Gigi that I want to be. It's the old Gigi that is doing things or is dictated by the old beliefs, the old paradigms that I have. And the new ones that I've created for myself is like a new hardware that I have like created for myself, and I'm not acting from the new hardware anymore. And I kind of like I was lost in the same Gigi, thinking the same way, acting the same way, doing things that I told myself not to do anymore. And the way out is actually going back again, looking at what I have written down for myself, what I want to be and why I want it to be, to have like, to look at the North Star. That's why it's so important to have this North Star. I realized that how important it is, what my coach told me, to have a North Star, and the North Star is actually my self-image, my future self, my next level version of myself is my North Star. And I had to like focus on it and make myself realize again why I wanted to do it and what I wanted to be. And I think that's the key. I know it's a lot of things I told you now, but I think all of this is worth sharing it. And I want you also, when you're experiencing a setback like this, that you are ready to deal with it, that you're not being overwhelmed by it. Maybe the first moment, but then come back to yourself, focus on your North Star, and try to not to focus on things that you cannot control. And I think that's the message for today. And yeah, I hope this kind of like helps you a bit to think about how you deal with setbacks now, and maybe you can like think about a strategy that would help you how to win energy back and what you could do to like recharge yourself. Sometimes these things that happens to us is sucking our energy, and we have to like kind of like make a distance, like distancing from the situation and trying to recharge ourselves first. And when we're recharged, when we're in the flow again, then maybe you can go to that situation and deal with it. And yeah, trying to solve it, trying to do your best to support them, be there for them, for your family, or even for yourself. Okay, go. I think I'm ready, finished. And yes, I'm going to end this video and see you in the next video. Bye.